Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for a pneumonia outbreak in the city of Wuhan.
China says the number of people infected by a mysterious respiratory virus has more than tripled over the weekend.
China today says it has confirmed cases of human-to-human transmission.
Dr. Li Wenliang tried to raise the alarm about a new mystery illness. That virus has taken his life.
The ability of the deadly coronavirus to spread is getting stronger.
Significant clusters have developed in South Korea, Japan and Iran.
The World Health Organization says an animal is probably the source of this new virus, and this now closed seafood market is probably ground zero.
Wuhan in China now on lockdown as the country struggles with fear of a pandemic.
出门了以后就发现，本来很繁华、人很多的街道上面的话，像极了那种末世电影里面的场景。我在武汉封城以后，也是志愿去帮一些身在外地不能回武汉的人去。
They're racing to build a new 1,000-bed hospital to treat patients.
The growing desperation for quarantined cruise passengers. Thousands stuck on ships like this one off the coast of Japan.
It's the not knowing factor that is the real challenge.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
This one is scary because it is a brand new virus, so we don't know how it's going to behave.
But as the number of people infected by this disease continues to mount, so too the impact on all of our lives.
You've heard about flattening the curve. If we don't do anything without protective measures, all these people, and probably more, die.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe.
This is the worst public health crisis for a generation.
Europe has now become the epicenter of the pandemic.
They're fighting a war here and they're losing.
Sono parecchi anni che lavoro qui in terapia intensiva, sembra di vivere un qualcosa che vedi solo nei film. Adesso è un afflusso proprio soprannaturale.
Overnight the military cleared the bodies from the hospital morgue in the town because it was full.
The Italian Prime Minister has announced restrictions on movement across the entire country.
Siete degli irresponsabili, dei cretini, degli emeriti cretini.
Se tu non esci, non ti preoccupare, non succede nulla. È inutile che scriva a me, che cazzo mi scriva a me? State andando a casa che non succede niente.
Mi aiuterà a capire e a dare più importanza alle piccole cose, alle cose che prima mi sembravano scontate. Vivere, respirare, non so, una passeggiata, un abbraccio.
Coronavirus will overwhelm the NHS unless everyone starts to practice social distancing.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
And those people and people who are just stripping the shelves of basic foods. You just need to stop it.
Can you all go home, please? It's not a holiday, it's a lockdown, which means you don't just come here and sunbathe. Can you please just leave?
A bright spring day, normally full of tourists. As you can see, it is absolutely deserted.
If anyone is thinking of taking any chances, just take a look at me.
For many of us, this is the challenge of our lives. And it is going to get a bit worse before it gets better. The case numbers will go up.
Do you fear that we're heading for the kind of scale of suffering that we've seen in Italy?
Regrettably, the answer has to be yes.
A blue call is coming in, warns the nurse. This is the reality of working on the front line and managing huge numbers of patients.
For doctors and nurses treating patients, supplies are urgently needed.
We are staying away from our families and we're putting ourselves in danger. It feels like a losing battle, but it's not, because we've all got hope and we're all trying to do what we can, and we're all sticking together.
Well done!
I've just took the team outside to listen. That is absolutely...
I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus.
The Prime Minister has been admitted to hospital in what's being described as a precautionary step.
And on the advice of the medical team, who's moved in to a critical care unit.
The U.S. now has more reported cases of the coronavirus than any other country in the world.
The number of cases in the U.S. jumped again overnight to at least 102,000, with 1,600 deaths.
New York, the epicenter in the U.S., still in need of more space and more supplies.
How is it?
Hell. Biblical. I kid you not.
Queens in New York is the worst infected district in what is now the world's worst infected city, and the doctors and nurses don't know what's hit them.
There's a common misconception going around that it's only the elder people in our population that's being affected. This is simply untrue.
It is really killing a lot of people. You're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel, but this is going to be a very painful, very, very painful 2 weeks.
And now for some good news. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you.
If there is any silver lining, pollution levels way down.
We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.